Hey guys, Melanie Mitro here with your business tip of the day. So one of the big things in my organization right now is time. Where do I put my time and my energy and my effort into my business? And what do I do first? There's so many things that I want to do. There's so many things I want to accomplish, but I work full time. I have 4 kids. I take care of my parents, or I work 2 or 3 jobs. And so, or I travel, and so I hear this all the time of, well, you have more time because you're a stay-at-home mom, or you have more time because Matt's home, or you have more time because this is your full-time business. And I always kind of giggle because that wasn't always the situation. As a new coach, starting out as a new coach, let me just paint the picture for you. And it was mass chaos in my house 24/7. I had an infant and I had a toddler. I had 2 boys and they never stopped. If one was napping, the other was crying because they needed fed. And if Bryce was, awake and Landon was napping, then Bryce needed fed or needed played with. And Landon was a busy toddler and he was climbing the walls. And I always had to have the baby gates and everything had to be, child proofed in our house. And it was just, I was mom from morning till night, and Matt worked long hours and he sometimes traveled, and I was it. And so it's mentally exhausting and physically exhausting to be a new mom and a mom of 2 very active boys, and then throw in my own personal transformation. So I was working so hard to change our way of eating and to change our nutrition and find time in the day to work out. And then I threw in learning a brand new business on top of that. And so I didn't all of a sudden sign up to be a coach and send my kids off to daycare. I was doing what all the rest of you are doing. I took my laptop to the kitchen table while the kids were eating breakfast. I was working. After, when they would take a nap, I took my laptop to the couch, and I had my papers on the couch, and I had sticky notes and piles of papers and ideas and lists everywhere. And I was a mess because I was learning. I was in that beginning learning curve of trying to figure out how to make this business work for me. So it might sound much like your life, but I realized, and I think some people miss this key point, is they don't realize they're disorganized. They don't realize that they have no system, and they continue to fight that uphill battle. Where I took a step back and I said, I'm bad at managing my time. I'm making sacrifices in the wrong area. I'm sacrificing my family and my patience because I am disorganized. I can't get it together. And that's nobody's fault but myself. So the things I'm going to share with you today, I really do think that they are going to be super beneficial and instrumental at helping you begin to grasp time management. Number 1. Keep this in mind. Planning is the most important thing that you can do in order to take the step forward in managing your time. And planning doesn't mean you spend an entire 8-hour day every week planning. It just means that you sit down one day of the week. It happens to be a Sunday for me, where I look at my calendar, and I'm a Google Calendar kind of girl. I used to be pen and paper. Whatever works best for you. You don't need to change your system, but find what works. It syncs to my phone. I like that. Syncs to Matt's phone. We're a family. And I say to myself, what kids' activities are going on? Where do I need to be as a parent? Do we have any appointments we need to go to? Do we have any, prior engagements that we committed to? That goes on the calendar. Then I put my workouts on the calendar. I say, okay, this is going to be my workout time. And I am a creature of habit. So I get up and do my workout first thing in the morning. Then I plug in my work time, my Beachbody work time. And even if you are that stay-at-home mom or you work full-time at another job, plug in your full-time job, but plug in your Beachbody time. You can't make it work around everything else. You've got to make this Beachbody fit first. You got to put it in there. And so I go in and I schedule out my time and I say, all right, my goal is to work from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. on my Beachbody business. My goal is to take nap time from 2 to 3 and then from 9 to 10 and build my business. And then I look at the weekends and I say, I don't get to take a day off. I'm a mom. I'm going to get up regardless. So I might as well get my workout in, and I might as well get my Beachbody work done first thing on Saturday morning and then again on Sunday. And then I can enjoy my family time. And so I block it out. So now I know how much time I'm working with. And when you start to sit down and plan out your actual week, number one, you realize you have a whole lot more time than you think you do, because there may be time where you waste time. You waste time watching mindless TV or, doing things that aren't of value, that aren't going to build your business. And this is one thing that I really, when I started putting things on my calendar, I realized that when you say yes to one thing in your business, you are going to say no to something else. So I said yes to hitting Success Club every month. I said no to watching my favorite TV shows live. Now they're DVR'd. When you say yes to doing another call during the week, you say no to putting your kids to bed at night. So somebody is going to suffer. When you hit the snooze button 5 or 6 times every morning, you are saying yes to your warm, comfy bed, but you are saying no to the early bird catches the worm. You are missing an hour's worth of work time that now is going to be sacrificed by something else in your day. And you're going to feel pressured and stressed and maybe a little anxious and maybe a little agitated because you haven't created time the way you were supposed to. And so time management it creates a ripple effect. And if you can dial in your time management, you can create a ripple effect of success in your business. So when you say yes to one thing, you say no to something else. Keep that in mind. Set your alarm, even if it's your phone. I was listening to the Shalene show yesterday, and put it on the opposite side of the room, even if it's your phone, so that when you get out of bed, when that alarm goes off, for me it's 5 a.m., I repeat to myself all the way to the alarm, I'm up, I'm up, I'm up. If my alarm is by my bed, I grab it and I hit snooze. And then I hit snooze because my bed is just drawing me in and it's warm and cozy. But when I say to myself, I'm awake, I'm awake, I'm awake, I will make sacrifices so that I can have long-term success, that I can have balance in my family, and I force myself to do the things that people just don't generally have the discipline to do, I'm successful. I have the upper hand. I have the slight edge. The next thing is the early bird catches the worm, guys. Get up early. If you are able and willing to, if you want to grow a successful business, make that sacrifice. At least 3 days a week, get up early and get your workout in, or get an hour of quiet time doing your personal development or getting your workout in. Because if you can start your day before the rest of the world, you're just so much more effective. I find that I can go through my emails faster. I have less distractions. People aren't needing me in other areas of the house. Nobody else is pinging me on social media. I can just focus on getting through the tasks I need to do. I can write a post without distraction. I can have clear, focused time. For many of you, wherever you are in your business, there comes that point in time where you don't know what to do first. We're just so distracted by social media. We're so distracted by everything else that's going on around us. How do we eliminate distractions and focus on the most important activities? So number one, we've created a game plan. We're getting up a little bit earlier. We're going to start to clear those distractions, and then we're going to focus on tasks at hand. So each day, instead of making a to-do list of 25 or 30 things, I want you to sit down and just say to yourself, okay, off of this master list over here, what are my top things that I need to do to win the day? What are the top things I need to do? And maybe only 3 or 5 things should be on that list. And here's my list for the day. Here's my list. It's on this little tiny sticky note, and it's on my computer, and it says, make this video. Here I am making this video. I've got my blog post on there, some stuff for my team, a free group that I'm working on creating, and getting some stuff done for a kickoff call. And I know that this, and I'll check in with my challenge groups and I'll respond to messages, but I only have time for these things today. And I know that life happens and things take me longer than I want them to take. And so I have learned that instead of every single day transferring all the things I didn't get done to the next list, if I just break it down into a short list, I'm much more likely to be able to check it off. And so yesterday I did everything except for one thing on my list. And how nice is that to say I'm winning the day? And then over here, I've got this big long list of what I'm going to eventually accomplish at some point in the week. So 3 things, guys, 3 things. And if you're a Beachbody coach and you're listening to this, I want you to think about those 3 vital behaviors. So instead of getting distracted by shiny objects, I want you to focus on inviting first thing when you sit down to that computer, following up, doing your social media post, be a product of the product, and read your personal development. Because if you don't do those things with passion and consistency, your business won't grow. and you won't have anything to manage, and you'll just be managing your mindless scrolling through the news feed, and you're just going to be managing the dings on social media and the dings on your phone. And instead, manage your business the right way. Look at each day with a purpose and go into it with a plan. Because if you, just like our nutrition and our fitness, if we fail to plan, we're basically planning to fail. And I don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see you get frustrated and quit. I want to see you truly win the day. All right, hope these time management tips were a success. I think I could talk about this for hours. So if you would like me to make a follow-up video, post below. I'll be glad to comment and get one ready for you later. Have a great day. Happy Thursday.